Beast of the World, Montaru is here. Hello all, welcome back to another stream of Super Luigi Galaxy. Last time we had entered into the, we had entered into, what's it called? Bowser's Dark Matter Factory? I believe? Managed to beat it, and now we have the engine room unlocked, meaning we can technically beat the game right now if we wanted to. But, I want to explore some more. We might do the final level of the game this stream, and I might just go back and 100% everything else afterwards. So we might see, so we will probably be beating the game today. Okay. So let us head into the engine room. We've discovered an enemy base in the region. Hello, Twister. I can only hope they are not misusing the power of that poor Grand Star. I mean, we could technically just do this one now, but no, I am gonna actually do some of the missions. Go to Golden Leaf Galaxy. Oh, yeah. So, the theme of the engine room, it's literally just rehashes of every previous level. How am I doing? I am doing pretty okay, honestly. I'm happy to be streaming again. Happy to play some Luigi. And I do miss this game. Did some job application stuff today. I applied to a position in SeaWorld. We'll find out more about that later. Oh, I thought I died for a second. Ow. No. All right. I'm no longer feeling streaming, guys. So what's the job? The job is show related. I'm not gonna say too much more because I don't want, because if I happen to get the job, I don't want to have like the information just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be at here. You can you can find me at any point by doing this. Not that I don't trust you, Twister, but I don't trust. I'm kidding. So so the point of this is that more than one SeaWorld out there. Yeah, I know, but it still narrows it down. I don't actually remember which SeaWorld it was off the top of my head. I knew which one it was when I applied, but at the moment I can't think of where it was anyway. It's a pandemic, man. I'm just applying to places. I need to get the money in order to buy a 3DS capture card. So I can so that the next time I play every single Kirby game, I can actually do Triple Deluxe and Robobot. Oh no, I knew that. I just didn't want to like actually. I know there were multiple ones, and I knew that saying just like, oh, I applied to SeaWorld, it doesn't narrow it down that much. But also, if I say the job and then I don't think anybody's like this insane to track me down, but they could probably be like, okay, where are active SeaWorld applications at the moment? Where are the other starships? Okay, there's one over there. How do I get... Oh. Probably from here. Yay! I forget, the last time that I streamed, did I mention that we have, the bid emotes now? We have Waka waving for the, 1000 bid tier, and the, Sictonia oh ho hoing at 5,000 now. Not that I really expect too many people to really want to get the, give me that many bits. Wasn't around for last stream? Yeah, you weren't. I forgot about that. But I've seen them. Yeah, I've been abusing them because I'm enjoying them. Yeah, well, that's actually kind of funny. Apparently, there's a glitch where Twitch won't automatically give you your own bit emotes. So, like, there was a period of time where it's like, hey, cheer 1,000 bits in order to use this emote. Wait, what? And I'm just like, okay, let me cheer 1,000 bits into my account. Oh, it won't let me do that. So I had to contact Twitch in order to be like, hey, I kind of want to use my own emotes. Can I be allowed to do that? Which was very funny to me. Woo. Oh, come on. I don't think this is actually the way for the final starship, but I'm just still gonna be here. Oh, come on. I'm gonna die. Womp, womp, womp. I just realized I have to get all those starships again. And I still have no idea where the 5th one is. Oh, God. I know where the 5th one is now. And I'm mad. No. 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 Let me kill the Wiggler. Thank you. Yep, it was in there. At least I'm pretty sure. Do you want to know what would be even more embarrassing? If that wasn't the one that I was missing. It would be kind of funny, but... Get you. Nope, that wasn't the one I was missing. Let's refill that. So, I finished through all of Avatar, The Last Airbender, and Legend of Korra again. I still love both shows. I did it with the audio commentary. That's not available for every episode in Last Airbender, but it is for Korra. And that was a lot of fun, honestly. I liked hearing all the comments that that all the people had about the episodes. So, anybody who had been following my Twitter, you probably saw me making a bunch of dumb comments about that. Rewatch Korra soon. It's on Netflix in the U.S. I assume that it will eventually end up getting worldwide with how well it's been doing. Because I don't think it's on in Canada or Europe. I know it did lose the #1 slot a bit faster than Last Airbender did. But to be fair, it's also in a lot less countries than Last Airbender was when it resurged. So not as many people could rewatch it. Wow, this is a very quick bunny. I know you're supposed to, like, try and trap the bunny by, let me actually do that. Oh, yeah, these... I forgot about those things. They're just, like, these Mario Kart block things. I completely forgot about those. Like, why? Come on. Aw. Yeah, you're supposed to, like, get it to run into the things like that. Just haven't yet. That's fair. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was not fun learning that it was very interesting learning about some of the development processes for things. So apparently anytime they would get a note about something, just like, I'm not sure if we can really have this on our channel. I'm not sure if it fits Nickelodeon's image. Brian or Mike would grab a scene from SpongeBob that depicts almost that exact same thing, and then Nick would shut up about, like, trying to get them to change it. Like, this got brought up, like, 3 or 4 times in the commentary, so just like, okay, wow. That's just really funny to me, the idea of, like, all the showrunners at Nickelodeon just, like, getting notes from things and then like, finding a scene from SpongeBob in order to get Nickelodeon to shut up. Oh yeah, Nick was terrible to... Like, I know a lot of people give Korra crap, and some of it is deserved. Some of the decisions they made were just bad in their own right. Well, maybe not bad, but Mako's character is almost entirely ruined because they didn't write a relationship well at all. Yep, looks like my Wii remote is dying. I'm willing to forgive Mako for them writing kind of bad relationships, but I know a lot of other people aren't, and I don't begrudge them for that. But with how many problems Korra had throughout development, it's amazing we got a show half as good as we did. It's honestly almost comical how stupid Korra's production was. Like, cause it was originally written as a 12-episode miniseries, and then, like, halfway through that, they got told, okay, you can make a second series. So they basically... So, like, that didn't end up changing too much with how, with how it finished. Welcome, Cobalt. Glad you could join us. Yeah, it didn't end up affecting too much of Book 1's ending. I think, like, they left it slightly open with regards to a couple of characters, but I don't know how much of that was because they decided to change that regardless, or that because of how they learned that, oh hey, we can make Book 2. Like, I know one thing that didn't go through was, like, Asami was gonna join the United Republic and start dating Iroh the Second. It was gonna reveal that she was, like, 29 years old. But I don't remember how, like, where exactly that ended. They talked about that, and that was very entertaining to find out. Like, is it? But wait, you're gonna start dating Iroh, but isn't he like Isn't he like almost 40? Yeah, I'm 29. uh. But yeah, that didn't, and I don't think it ended up affecting too much of Book 1, but because they found out so late, they didn't really end up setting up too much for the other books, which is why Book 1 is very separate from everything else. Then Book 2, not only did they get a completely different budget, which meant that they had to split animation between two different studios, Studio Pierrot and Studio Mir, which resulted in not bad animation, but sometimes inconsistent animation. And also, once again, very close to the end, they were told, hey, you can get 2 more seasons. So they were able to... I think that mildly changed a couple of things, like, through production, or they went with the decisions that they... Or, like, maybe they had... I think they had, like, backup plans, and were just like, okay, we have the backup plans. Okay, we've had the backup plans for this, but now we can go with the one that will lead in best with Book 3 and 4. And then... Oh, come on. After... One thing, Book 3 had a couple of problems. One, it leaked online. That didn't end up affecting as much as a lot of people think, but it still was a blow to a lot of people that, like, so much of it ended up getting leaked online. Like, they were talking about that quite a bit. They were just like, oh, please don't... If you find a leak, please ignore it. Please don't, like, give the people the satisfaction that they leaked the episode. So there was that. There was also the fact that Nick gave them a very bad time slot for where it was. It was basically like a time slot. Basically, a showrunner. Basically, Nick tried to kill Korra by giving it the terrible a terrible time slot, and afterwards, yeah, they gave it a terrible time slot, and then halfway through Book 3, because they gave it a terrible time slot and it wasn't, like, doing well, they switched it entirely to online for, like, I can't remember if exactly halfway through, if it was, like, the last 4 episodes. It was a larger number than it should have. It was a larger number than it should have been. Like, and after that, they forced them to do Book 4 immediately, like almost immediately. The wait time between so to put this into perspective, the time for Avatar, for production level, from a production standpoint, they had basically 2.5 seasons, about 6 months apart from when the first episode of the first half of the season happened to when the first episode of the second half of the season happened. So Avatar had a pretty long production cycle for its 3 seasons. But then, and Korra had a bit for the same, had kind of similar, but then for book 4, they were told to start working on it almost immediately after book 3 finished production. So they couldn't like storyboard as many other things anymore. They couldn't be like, hey, maybe this doesn't work as well as we thought. So they couldn't like, if there were gonna be any changes, they couldn't make them anymore because they no longer had the time. Not to mention that, as like with the latter half of book 3, this was now also only online. As well, Nick slashed the budget to an insane degree. Like, they said I think I heard reports of just like they got 3 full episode budgets slashed almost entirely, which led to the clip episode of Remembrances, which was because the option was do a clips episode or fire half of the staff. And they were not going to do that to the staff because, for multiple reasons. 1, they aren't terrible people. 2, they couldn't make the finale if they fired half the staff just before the finale. There were a lot of reasons why they didn't do it. It was like Korra has such a weird development, like production history, and like I said, it doesn't forgive all the problems with it. There are some problems that would have existed no matter what. Maybe they would have changed a bit because they could have had longer and more consistent planning for things, and they could have been like, maybe this wouldn't work as well as we were thinking when we wrote it for book 1. Which was half of the reason why Mako's relationship, maybe not half of it, but at least partially why Mako's relationships ended up being garbage. Because they wrote it as a farewell finale in book 1, and then they're just like, actually, Mako and Korra don't work as a couple. They realized that partway through. They realized that during production of book 2, they're just like, wow, they're actually terrible for each other. Ugh. I don't know. It's interesting. It's really, that's why you'll frequently see memes. Like I saw one today on the Avatar Reddit where it's just like the villains of The Legend of Korra. And almost always one of the villains they put is just Nickelodeon, where it's like the villain of this book, and it shows like Zahir or somebody, the real villain of the book, and it shows Nickelodeon. Chord production in a nutshell, you idiot. Aw, I would say Nick is the idiot because, I don't know. And like I said, doesn't absolve all of the problems Korra has, but it does explain a lot of the problems it has. I would still say as a whole. Would I say as a whole it's better than Avatar? That's the question. Oh yeah, another thing I actually did forget about, Book 4's episodes. They were cut. The amount of time they were given was actually cut. They had to remove a minute from each episode. It could not be a 23-minute episode. It had to be 22. They were not allowed to do, like, a standard episode, which makes even less sense for it being online. So, like, I know a minute per episode doesn't seem like a lot, but that's 10 minutes of stuff. That was, like, 14 minutes of stuff for the entire series, for, like, the entire season. Like, you can fit in a lot of stuff in 14 minutes. After Sears was like their best IP and they wanted to destroy it. Yeah, it was really weird. Especially with how highly other things that they didn't, like, Nick executives were like, sure, we're going to fail. From one of the first pitches they had when they were told, like, hey, you can do a new season of Avatar featuring a different character. One of the first things they wanted to do was, like, make sure that they weren't making Aang 2. That was, like, partially because why Korra's personality is what she is. Also, like, one of the primary reasons why she is a girl. And when Bryke suggested Korra as a girl to Nickelodeon, Nickelodeon was not into it at first. They were very concerned, just like, will this work? Are you sure that this is a good idea? Can a girl avatar actually do anything? To the point where, like, they had to, like, have a focus group for, like, I guess, like, a test episode or something with Korra. I'm pretty sure it's the test episode that they did is the scene in the first episode where Korra's running away from the metal benders. That was, like, shown through a lot of conventions and stuff. I'm pretty sure that was used for, that was, like, one of the first scenes created and one of the first, and, like, was used for any testing purposes. So they did that, and they had to add, like, Nickelodeon went through all the things, like, the things for the focus group, and they had to go out of their way for the boys to ask them, just like, hey, does it concern you that Korra is a girl? And none of the boys said anything. They were so sure that Korra couldn't work at, like, there couldn't be a dark-skinned female lead, that they specifically went out of their way to ask to try and find any problem so they could shut it down. I don't necessarily know if it's they jokingly called it the sexism department. Like, Jeanette Varney, Korra's VA, jokingly called it that. But, sadly, that is a thing that production companies did have to worry about, especially in, when did Korra's first season air? Was that? I think that was 2010, 2011. And I'm not trying to be like, oh yeah, they had to worry about it, so it was forgivable. No, it's stupid. It was a stupid thing that they had to worry about. Like, it was stupid that they were this concerned about this happening, that they create an entire focus group and went out of their way when the focus group didn't bring that up as a problem to confirm that it wasn't a problem. Yeah, there were... Yeah. I know that was, like, definitely something that they, like... That was one of the first hurdles they had to... that, Bryke had to, overcome when it came to, Korra. And, and it didn't stop there. Yeah. Gore's production is an interesting topic. It's it's a very upsetting topic for when you find out about why some of the problems you have with the show exist. But it's interesting. So, what I'm saying is that, try out Korra. If you have problems with it, know that some of it wasn't the writer's fault. And of course, there are also, like, some other problems that people have with just, like, the structure of the story. Of the villains not being that compelling. Oh, so close. It's an interesting train wreck sometimes. Yes, it is. Disney be here making shorts about gay couples. Yep. I mean, to be fair to Korra, Korra walked so that many other shows could run with that. I know that some people have problems with that scene in Korra, some of which are justifiable, but also, it was 2014. It was 2014, and one of the very first things they could, one of the very first shows that where a company was willing to say, like, okay, you can have this much, and you can fully confirm this in other places. And of course, like, in the Legend of Korra comics, the first one, Turf Wars, that was one of the very first things done was the kiss. The kiss that everybody wanted. Granted, there are other problems with Turf Wars and especially Ruins of the Empire, but... I haven't fully read Turf Wars or Ruins of the Empire. I read parts of them in, like, a Barnes & Noble, but that was also before I could... That was before I could actually go... That was before going to Barnes & Nobles wasn't, like, almost a death sentence for myself and my immediate family. And also before Ruins of the Empire Part 3 even fully came out. Both the Korra comics and the Last Airbender comics, they're a bit of a mixed bag altogether. I don't hate them. I know some people do. They're fine enough. I will say they are... do you remember when you could read things in shops? Yep. I don't remember when I could go to shops. The best they can do, yeah. Yeah, no, like, that was, like, within... I don't remember exactly how soon after Brian, I'm pretty sure it was Brian, made that Tumblr post, but it was very soon after, like, the finale happened. Like, I think I remember seeing that, like, trending on Twitter within, like, a week or two? I would need to check for sure. Let's get something clear. Landwalker, this sea is mine, see? If you want it back, show some gills and make it through 8 rings. I mean, dude, you don't even have gills. You're a dolphin. You're a dolphin, you don't have gills. Also, if somebody's going to argue with me that it's not a dolphin, it's a killer whale. The killer whales are the largest dolphins. Technically, all dolphins are whales. So, yes, it is technically a whale, but it's more correct to say it is a dolphin. Hey, Kobold, let's not use that term, please. Please and thank you. I know that some streamers are okay with that, so I'm not going to begrudge you too much, but please don't use it here. It's okay. It's okay. You don't know exactly my rules for it. I'm surprised I didn't have that as a block term. I thought I did put that as a block term. I'll need to go through that list again then. Yeah, just, it's not a joke that I particularly am fond of. And I don't think a lot of people usually are. Hey, but a joke I am fond of. That's a nice number. Oh, well. Twister, we can check that out later. But it's fine. It's fine. Just try not to do it again, and we'll forget about it. Faster than a speeding penguin! Yes, orcas are the largest animals in Delphinidae, which is the which is the group that includes all dolphins. But they are not the largest odontocetes, which are the toothed whales. But odontocetes include dolphins, sperm whales, the vaquita, a couple others that I can't recall off the top of my head. Whereas Balenidae are the large whales, you know, that most people think of when they think whale. So the humpbacks, the blue whales, anything with the baleen teeth. Down for a race. Where is the penguin I'm supposed to talk to? So yes. I know when Masay was doing Mario Galaxy, she also had this exact same conversation because she is also a marine bio nut. And me being the nerd that I wanted to be, she mentioned just like, this is not a he is not a fish, he is a marine mammal. And like everybody was getting the case, just like, it was like, oh, or like, and I made like a joke just like, ah, so he is a sea otter. Because I'm stupid like that. Man, this star is honestly kind of easy. As soon as you get the red shell, you are usually good for the race. I think you might need to get like one of the speed boosts, but you swim faster than the penguins with the red shell. Love marine bio nerds go off. Okay. Did you know that most sharks can't actually see colors properly? They almost, not all of them, but a lot of them have only one rod. I believe that's the one that detects colors. So they only will see one color. Usually, the comparison that I usually give it is like they basically see life as a Game Boy screen, which is even more adept because it's green. It's the green one that they have. That they usually have. I would need to like check every single shark to be able to tell you which ones have which rods or cones. A lot of sharks are actually colorblind, but they are attracted to very high contrasts, which is why people are just like, hey, yeah, don't wear bright colors when swimming in shark-infested waters. It's not so much the colors in particular, it's just them being very bright. Very good snout. Yeah. Yeah, Shark's vision is very good. Shark's visions are very good, but their color is bad. So one thing that they have is that the way that their eyes are situated is that behind the retina there is a reflective surface, so the light goes into the eye through the retina, hits the back of the eyeball, bounces back, passes through the retina again. So they're basically able to see. So they're able to see twice, and that's why they have such good low light vision. Or one of the reasons. So basically, like, any amount of light is able to get into their eye and is picked up very well. Yeah, they can't tell. A lot of them can't tell colors apart. They just tell contrast. Okay, so yeah. Do another Cosmic Luigi race. This one, he has a shell. Oh no, I think we lost. We lost. Okay, I think we can technically somehow make a comeback, but it's gonna be very difficult. No, he does. Nope, I'm thinking of Cosmic Mario. He doesn't miss any of them. Here's a fun yeah, a fun oh god, what is it called? Phylogeny thing for it. Phylogeny fact. So I think a lot of people know that horseshoe crabs aren't actually crabs. They're more closely related to spiders. But did you know that spiders and all arachnids are actually more closely related to crustaceans than to land insects? So basically, yes, some form of arachnids had evolved very early, like, and they were still aquatic invertebrates. So, like, you can see, like, evidence of giant undersea scorpions, for one. Whereas most insects didn't give rise for many years, many millennia after that. So it's a very interesting thing. So yeah, like, so spiders are not... So spiders are still arthropods, so they are related to insects, but more closely related to crustaceans and stuff like that than like a beetle. I think everybody knows about the mantis shrimp thing, about how, like, it can punch faster than the speed of sound, frequently creates, like, vacuum bubbles when it punches. Basically causes the water to very slightly boil, and it can see upwards of, like, 37 colors. And they can't keep most mantis shrimp in aquariums because it's usually strong enough to break the aquarium glass if it gets too agitated. Of course, there are two different kinds of mantis shrimp. Like, there are ones that have spear-like, what would that claw even be called? I guess I'll just say, like, claw. They have, like, a spear-like claw that just, like, that, it will fire off and impale something. And there's also the ones where it's like a boxing glove, which is the one you probably see on, like, YouTube, where, I feel like this level in particular would be great with the cloud level. I mean, this level I'm pretty sure this level partly inspired the Starshine Beach area in Galaxy 2, which does use the cloud suit. Obviously, Mario Sunshine is another pretty big inspiration for that, but I'm pretty sure that, like, when they were considering things, they were just like, yeah, cloud suit would have worked very well for this area. Why don't we do another beach-like area with clouds and stuff? And let's bring in Mario Sunshine as well. Because Galaxy 2 was basically the idea... Galaxy 2 was basically just like, man, we had so many ideas with Mario Galaxy, it was at least tentatively conceived that maybe they could do DLC, but because the Wii is kind of terrible with DLC, and because they had so many ideas that the DLC download would be astronomical for the Wii. Now they're just like, no, let's make another game. Remember the mantis shopping and new Animal Crossing game that if you bothered enough by turning on and off the lights so she would get mad enough to break the glass. Oh man, that would have been fun. But I could see why they didn't do that. I did like learning facts from the few times I played Wild World about things, but I'm not consistent enough with Animal Crossing to have, like, ever to really get too many more. Wild World itself was a gift. It wasn't something I actually bought. I mean, I had fun with it, but it's just not a series that I will dedicate enough time to that it dedicate the consistency that it needs. I think this will give me a bunch of 1-ups. Oh well. I'm not gonna bother. Just grabbing that. Alright, where is the last one? I know there are no more in the water. Checked around, there's nothing between, but there's nothing between here and the lighthouse. Making sure. So until my flippers didn't see a star anywhere, so okay. None in the water. Is there one in the chest? I thought that was just a 1-up. So where's the water spout taking all that water from? Don't worry about it. Oh, wait a second. That is a silver star. Oh. I forgot that, I forgot that they would take us here. Let's just hit that, so that... Don't risk any death. I don't need the 1-up. Whee! Wii, which is not what I'm playing this on. I'm playing this on a Wii U. Because, because the Wii wouldn't work, because Dazzle apparently can't accept sound, or OBS can't accept sound from Dazzles. It's really... That's such a weird thing to be the problem. I would understand if it didn't work at all. But no, the video works fine, just not the sound. Why that, of all things? I know it's 6 o'clock because Nightbot goes through every single message because you can't, like, time Nightbot to, like... Because you can only time Nightbot on, like, things to do on the hour. And it's really stupid. Alright, one more star in here. Can't process the power of particle effects. But I mean, no, that's not the problem. They literally just can't take sound. Like, OBS can't take sound from the Dazzle. It can take the video from either the S-video or the composite cable perfectly fine. Or, like, not in any degree where I was like, oh yeah, this is terrible quality. Like, it looked perfectly fine, but it just couldn't take the audio for some reason. Such a weird thing for it to just, for it to not accept. And I know that, like, OBS used to work for it. Should clarify that. When I'm saying OBS, I mean OBS Studio. The original OBS could work with Dazzle. But just Studio just doesn't for some odd reason. And, like, it's been, like, on the forum multiple times, just like, hey, yeah, audio doesn't work for OBS, for Dazzle in OBS Studio, and nobody at OBS has, like, bothered to fix it. 5 short. And I'm upset because I shot out 2 of them for, just by accident. Okay. I don't know. Yeah, that's another thing I will probably end up needing to buy is a SD capture card that will work with OBS Studio, or just a composite, or just an S-video to HDMI converter. That's something to do if I ever get a paycheck from Twitch, along with the 3DS capture card. Which, by the way, September is happening soon. I'm kidding. Only mildly. Alright, we fire off onto this planet. I don't know if I'm doing this efficiently at all, or in a way that won't end up screwing me later. Alright, I think I'm fine. I forget what even is the, like, September benefit for this year. It's something like a new sub you get for like 30% off, and then for the next 3 months you also get the you also can keep that price for it. September was a good deal. The thing that I dislike most about September is that the past like 3 or 4 of them have been restricted to first time subs to a channel, and that's really just upsetting. They're trying to have people sub for multiple months. I mean that's not, honestly, if it weren't I would actually like this September if it weren't once again for just like, oh, you already subbed to this channel? Oh, you don't get the deal then. Basically, they're trying to have people sub for multiple months. Yeah, but I mean, to be fair, that's what Twitch is always trying to do. That's literally one of the ways they get money. So, yes, they do in fact want you to sub for multiple months. I can tell you, just about every streamer who has a sub button wants people to sub for multiple months. I mean, most streamers who don't do it full time have other methods of income, and some, but the one where if someone gave you a sub, you can continue sub for only $1. That one was pretty good too. That was like the second one, I believe, and that one was really good. But I think that one also had like the restriction. Raise childhood. Yeah, this one is basically just like, hey, did you like toys as a kid? Of course you did. Everybody liked toys. We put some more toys into your Mario. And this is a cool level. Yeah. Most people want you to sub for multiple months if they are, like, trying to make money on Twitch. Which I'm not saying is which I'm not going to disparage people for trying to make money on Twitch. It is a legitimate career. But, First of all, don't start off thinking you're gonna be making any money. And second off, put in more work for networking and, doing actual jobs for it. It will continue any sub for $1 as long as I was gifted in the time. Really? Huh. Maybe I could have sworn that one was also, like, only first time. Maybe they advertised it as that, and, like, it wasn't actually the case. And, like, maybe they changed it later, because enough people complained. I don't know for sure. I just know that quite a few of, that the last couple of Septembers have only applied to brand new subs, and it's really annoying. Because most of the people I want to sub to, I either got a gift sub to, or use Prime sub, or already give them my money. I can't. I'm really upset. Because of the pandemic, I had to cancel my Shadow sub, and I'm 1 month away from 3 years. It was so sad. Like, it's still good for a little bit in the month. But I just, like, preemptively canceled it because I knew that I wouldn't really be able to, keep it. And then again, like, my schedule and having to mod for John and MC hasn't, like, let me watch Shadow as much as I would have liked, so... Also, I wasn't that into Last of Us Part 2, so, and that ended, like, a couple weeks ago. But still somewhat recently. Yeah, this is Mecha Bowser, if I haven't said that already. That was the level. He looks absolutely nothing like Mecha Bowser from what's it called? Sunshine. Let me kill this Magic Koopa first. Didn't really miss much with Last of Us Part 2. Yeah. Just from everything that was said about Last of Us Part 2 how Naughty Dogs was treating their employees and like the story beats that were mentioned that I saw on the internet, maybe they were better than what the internet was showing them as, but it didn't make me that interested in it. Plus, I never even saw Last of Us Part 1, so... I enjoyed watching the Yakuza VODs. When I could. I won't deny I won't deny that I was also a bit salty that Yakuza 3 got stopped before he even left Okinawa. When he promised for like 3 streams that he was going to go to Kamurocho. I don't know what the internet ranted about. Okay. I mean, I figured that from the beginning, but... I figured it was better than what the internet said, but it's still better than what the internet was saying. Still didn't leave me that interested. Just slammed through a giant robot, yeah. That's why I want to show off Robobot to everybody. Luigi meets Mario. Yakuza 3 was wild. Yeah, it was, yeah. Old man suplexing a bull. Like, I mean, to be fair, that Yakuza in general is generally wild. Yakuza is a silly series. I love it, but it is a silly series. No, I can't get that one yet. Yeah. This is one of the planets where the gravity is not terrible, but not the best. Just because of the weird geometry at times, it doesn't... It's never terrible, but at times it's just like, this could leave a bit to be desired. Oh, come on, Luigi. Hey, look, it's Mario. How you doing, bro? I really like how Mario's clothes are made of lava. And also he has an M of Starbits on his hat. I know that sometimes, like, the 8-bit references that Mario usually does come off as a bit forced, but this one was very fun. Got a power star. Especially in some of the later games, like like Galaxy 2 reuses that planet, but then what doesn't Galaxy 2 reuse? The ice flower for one. Oh. But wasn't really until 3D Land that they really started going a bit more ham with 8-bit with 8-bit Marios and whatnot. Bouncing down Cake Lane. Oh yeah, I remember this one. So name a good game that a lot of people hate on. Fortnite. I mean, I've never played Fortnite, so I don't know if it's good or not. My cousin really liked it, so like, and I know it's a popular game, so. I know that I do know that Fortnite became popular for the mode that they didn't really put as much thought into, because like it had a main campaign and everybody only ever played the Battle Royale mode. I'm pretty sure that was like the history. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. Maybe not as much. Maybe I'm giving it a bit too little credit with just like, oh, it didn't have as much thought put into it. But I remember seeing that it was like not the main mode of Fortnite that actually got like made it popular, but it was a side mode. Am I off a bit on my Fortnite history? I don't care that much if I am, but I do want to at least be somewhat accurate. Through the goalposts! Watch someone play Fortnite, not a game I would ever play. And that's kind of what I said. I'm leaving. Juker, why? Because I don't know Fortnite? First thing I heard was Fortnite. I was just saying about how I don't know much about it. Okay, that was a blind jump. That was... Alright, Juker. Bye. Not really, that was pretty accurate. Oh, okay. Someone who would play Fortnite would say. Why would somebody who plays Fortnite say that they don't play Fortnite? I guess I didn't say I didn't play Fortnite. I said I don't know much about Fortnite. You know what? That is exactly what somebody who plays Fortnite would say. I don't know much about this game that I play. I'm pretty sure that's just the case for anybody who plays a video game. I mean, I don't know much about Mario Galaxy. And basically gets a bad rep. I know that canonically Fortnite is important to understand the plot of Star Wars. Because apparently they did like an event that that tied in with Rise of Skywalker. And it was like semi-plot relevant. Mario Galaxy? You mean Luigi Galaxy. I mean, I don't know much about Mario Galaxy or Luigi Galaxy. Do I have to blow out the candles? Oh, okay. And this is the stream that should have been titled The Year of Luigi. It's his birthday. Happy birthday, Luigi. By the way. Kirby's coming on Thursday. Yay! But you're not... Oh, you mean, like, through the mail. And Joker, What? Yeah, but, Luigi... It's done, we can. Yay! I'm so happy. I can't wait to see you play Robobot. It's gonna be fun. I can't wait to... do you want to know what I also can't wait for you to do? I can't wait for you to play Robobot without an insane amount of lag, taking 45 minutes to beat a stage that maybe should have taken 8. Green Waluigi Galaxy. I missed what you said. I was talking about how the final stage of Triple Deluxe took you 40 minutes. It's like, that should have taken you maybe 8. Robot is amazing. I like Robot a lot. I still prefer 64 and Star Allies, but Robot is probably the one I would recommend most to people. My main thing is that Robots at times drags a bit, and that doesn't make it as replayable for me. Whereas Star Allies and 64 are very replayable for me. Alright, I need to get a bunch of star bits. I probably should have asked the Hungry Luma how many they need. Famous slow speed run. Yeah, that was certainly slow. It was also really... I still find it hilarious that the second... Like, maybe... that right after that stream, maybe like 5 minutes after the stream ended, you messaged me on Discord just like, hey, yeah, I found out what the problem was. It was like a memory cache issue if you're overclocked to 3DS. Hey, you got any tasty Starbits? Feed me a bunch of Starbits, birds and snack, happiness. Need 50. Nice! I got the perfect amount. Deleting Pokemon save. Oh, okay, you mean on your overclocked 3DS. Only have one card for it. Which game? Like, I think you said, like, you played Moon? I don't remember. Sorry, I'm not a real friend. I don't remember everything. Moon. Ha! I did remember. I am a real friend. This was a mistake. Thankfully, it didn't get me killed. Oh, man. I thought I I died for a second there because of perspective. Game. I said Pokemoon. Yeah. Alright, where are the others? Here's some. And come on over here. Play that for the stream. Yeah. If there are any Pokemon that you want to like hold on to, Juker, we can set up a trade at some point Like if there are any events, or if you like, there are any event Pokemon that you had, or if like you want to keep your team that you beat the game with. Yeah. If you are interested in that, I will hold on to them on one of my carts. Do you have Sword and Shield? Because I could also transfer them up to there. Well, actually, they might not. That would depend on if they're in the Sword and Shield decks. Maybe. Let's hold off on that part. We can just. That's something we can figure out later. Ah, Bonefin Galaxy, yes! Oh man, I'm so happy about this. I love Bonefin Galaxy. Kingfin's Fearsome Waters. Because this has one of the coolest design bosses in the game. You guys played Origami King yet? No. I didn't beat Sticker Star or Color Splash, so while I am a bit interested in Origami King, I didn't want to buy it at launch. I love Kingfin's design. It's so creepy and cool. Lonely is ahead of you? Okay. From what it looks like it's a better story than Color Splash and Sticker Star, so I'd probably enjoy it. But okay, good. That did count. I couldn't remember for sure. Just like, does hitting his ribs count, or does it only count if I hit the head? Everything is very strong except combat. Yeah. Well, my controversial opinion of the day: combat's always been the weakest thing of Paper Mario. I don't hate the combat in any of the Paper Mario games, but even the original, even 64, the 1,000-Year Door is probably the combat system that I enjoyed the most. But even that at times, it still felt like meh. This is a 1,000-Year Door and in the original made your partners feel made eventually you got a partner who made everybody else feel so worthless to keep. In Mario's terms, has always been awesome like Drybone. Yeah. I mean, I like RPGs too, but like Mario and Luigi series, the Mario and Luigi series had very in-depth combat. A lot of really fun battles. Really, a lot of really fun battles, a lot of really cool moves. For Paper Mario 64 and Thousand Year Door, not nearly as fun moves. Thousand Year Door, like I said, Thousand Year Door is the one that had the most interesting combat to me, because it had a lot more varied moves for things. But it's still probably one of the weakest points of the game for me, which is definitely why I say Chapter 3, as much as everybody loves that chapter, is my least favorite chapter in Thousand Year Door. I would have liked Chapter 3 way more if, like, if nothing had changed, but it was placed for Chapter 6. If it were placed for Chapter 6, where, like, you have so much more, like, abilities and movements and things, it would have been so much better. But no, it was in Chapter 3 where you have, like, next to nothing. Where you have very little interesting moves. You get some interesting things in the process of it, but by the time you get them, you're almost done already. That's like, what's even the point? Nintendo just can't make good RPGs in-house. Are there any Nintendo RPGs that were made in-house? No, that's an actual question. Is there any RPG that was actually made by Nintendo in-house? Because almost all of the ones I'm thinking about are, like, they were made by another company. Like, because Alpha Dream made Mario and Luigi, Monolith makes Xenoblade, Intelligence makes the Paper Mario games. Kirby's made by HAL. Like, actual question, are there any in-house RPGs by Nintendo? I'm sure there's, like, some of them. Pokemon's Game Freak. Pokemon's Game Freak and the Pokemon Company. So, Crytoxin, I guess your point, maybe it's true, and that's why they've never made an in-house RPG. I guess, like, the only RPG I can think of that they made is the, oh, what's it called? Like, Miitopia or whatever? Is that the only in-house Nintendo RPG? Was that even in-house? Also, Cretoxin, I hope you don't take that comment like as like me being upset. That's actually something I never realized, is that Nintendo has actually never made an in-house RPG. It looks like, anyway. Maybe there is one. Maybe there is one. We're just like not, and we're just all being stupid. It doesn't way too involved the ones done by other companies. I know that like everybody quotes the thing where just like Miyamoto told them to simplify it, but also Miyamoto said afterwards he didn't mean that much. He just said simplified. He didn't. He agreed that they made it too simplistic. Mario and the 7 Stars to Nintendo? No, that's Square. That's why Geno never appeared. That's why Geno's only made 2, okay, 3 appearances since, because Square doesn't want to give up Geno for some odd reason. They never use him. Why does it matter? Whereas I'm more upset that Mallow doesn't get used because, okay, here's my other hot take. Geno does not deserve half of the hype he gets. Mallow deserves way more. Geno is, honestly, aside from his abilities in combat, Geno is a non-character in Super Mario RPG. You could replace anything you could replace almost anything meaningful he says with anybody. And he would be, and it would not change anything. Geno, do you want, and here's the worst part, is that, like, Geno is one of the most talked about characters from Mario RPG. The other is another non-character. It's freaking Exor. Exor is so pointless to everything, but he's like in the promotion and he's in the promotion art for everything. But you don't even learn his name until you fight him. Everybody just assumes he's Smithy, and after that, he gets like negative character development because everybody's like, "Oh yeah, this is Smithy. This is the big bad guy everybody is talking about." Oh no, this is just a portal. Why was this guy featured so heavily in everything? It's really upsetting because there's a way they could have made both Exor and Geno better, and it's that if they had if those two had character interactions where they're just like, where like Geno tried to stop Exor from destroying the Star Road and is now like actually trying to atone for his failure. Like I was considering, I considered this one night. I was just like thinking, like, man, why does everybody care that much about Geno? He's such a non-character. What ways could Geno have actually been made into a decent character? Oh yeah, you're talking about Quest 64. Yeah, no, that's not Nintendo either. It's just baffling to me that probably the 2 characters that are like the most prominent for Mario RPG. Exor because he was in like all the promotional material, he's on the title screen, he's like the inciting force of the entire game. And Geno, because everybody just loved him for some reason, are so obviously like not important at all to the actual story. Like, Geno is slightly more... Geno isn't... I'm being a bit harsh on Geno in here, but Mallow is so much a more interesting character. It's like, why didn't he get, like, all this love and hype that people gave Geno? Cause my ultimate weapon. Give him some heat, King Caliente. Someone responsible for death sentence. I don't care. I will admit that, like, part of this is because I didn't grow up with Mario RPG. I only beat it, like, first time last year. But it was still, like, even before that, I've seen, like, 3 LPs of Mario RPG, and I still am just like, why wasn't Mallow talked about? Why isn't Mallow talked about more? Why does everybody care about Geno? Like, I'll concede that his combat abilities I will give to Geno, so that is probably at least, like, partially the reason. But from a character and, like, story perspective, he's so pointless. He's so pointless. Mallow should have gotten way more hype than he should have. Geno does not deserve half of his. Anyway, yeah, we're fighting King Caliente. Like I said, this the entire engine room thing is very much just rehashing everything constantly. People can have opinions, says the king of all popular. Mallow was a cryberry and put people off. Yeah, but Mallow actually got development. He had an actual character arc. Mallow had an actual character arc, and it never, like, was... And it wasn't, like, hashed out. It wasn't... It was, like, actually spread throughout the entire game pretty well. Geno has, like, 3 or 4 expositions at random points and never... And, like, maybe, like, 1 or 2 joke comments. I think the only reason people don't like him is because he isn't overpowered and is whining. I mean, yeah... I don't know, Mallow's a pretty good character. He's better than Bowser is. He's not as good a healer as Peach is, but, like, he still is pretty serviceable. For most of what that game requires, he's a pretty decent healer. Anyway. Do I want to do these now? They made a goddamn Goomba with a flag on his head more important than Geno. Yeah, okay. I have actually been playing through Bowser's Minions. He's so much... Captain Goomba is so funny. I really like him. But yes, he is more important of a character than Geno ever was. Is he better than original trilogy Paper Mario Bowser? Mallow? Honestly, yeah. He's better than Thousand Year Door Bowser at the very least. Thousand Year Door Bowser is literally only there for a couple of jokes. I like the jokes. They're entertaining. I like the Bowser parts, but also they're stupid. Like, he goes to Glitzville, like, 3 times for no reason. And they make, like, a big deal that they try and treat it like a big deal, but it's so obviously not. I'm still half convinced that the reason they put the Bowser fight in Chapter 3 because they realized that they couldn't make it more interesting, so they're just like, hey, what if Bowser shows up? But all it does is just make the other times where he tries to go to Glitzville seem really pointless and stupid. Anyway, Rolling Gizmo Galaxy. These are the Green Star trial galaxies. These are very difficult challenges. In order to do this, for this one, we have to roll. I am actually going to skip this real quick because there is actually a pretty cool secret. I don't know how many people know about this. I learned about this from Emil Chug Conroy's Luigi Galaxy LP. But right here, you can see that there is a rupee. Very cool secret. Alright. Let us try this out. Yeah, these can take a while. I remember being at least decent at being a lot better than these not taking as much time as I've heard some people usually take on them. But it's also been a while. So, we'll see how well I do. Legend of Zelda RPG. I mean, I don't think that would be, like, terrible. But, nah, I don't know. Ooh, oh, come on. That is an adventure of Link. I still have to beat Zelda 2. I think I got past Death Mountain. I know I streamed at least part of Zelda 2. I don't know if that VOD still exists I don't know if any of those VODs still exist. I think I downloaded them onto YouTube. I don't remember if I downloaded the last one or not, because that was a stream series I just gave up partway through. Ah, I didn't get all the coins. Oh well. Wouldn't mind seeing a remake of Zelda 2. That would honestly be kind of fun. I don't think Zelda 2 is terrible, but it has some problems. Like, a lot of which could be fixed in a remake. Yeah, I think that I know a lot of people want like the Oracle games to get remade. In the same style as Link's Awakening. You use them quality of life. Yeah. Make the spell mechanic a bit less clunky. Also make, like, the enemies a lot less annoying to damage. And please remove the enemies that steal your EXP. Those are actually terrible. Make Death Mountain easier. I don't think Death Mountain in itself is difficult. It's just that the mechanics don't lend itself well to Death Mountain. Or the way it... Oh, come on. Like I said, I think that just, like, making the enemies, like, more fair, that's what it really needs. Because Dark Nuts are terrible to fight in the game. I know that it's just like, oh, you just do this trick. Yeah, that trick is not intuitive. And also, it still isn't, it isn't, like, entirely consistent unless you've played the game an absurd amount of times. Same with the Bowser enemies. And the boomerang enemies. Also, magic is like so important in that game, but every spell uses so much magic that at times it's like, if I do this, then I can't actually like survive, and then I can't actually do the puzzle that's gonna be required later on in this dungeon. And magic drops do not drop nearly as often as you would like. Also, the experience curve, the experience curve was garbage. I am error. I mean, I am error. The funny thing about I am error is that was intentional. That was not supposed to be like, that was not like a thing that came up. He is actually supposed to be named Error. What actually was wrong was that he had a counterpart named Bagu. That he tells you just like, hey, go see Arrow of Rudo in order to get this information. But Bagu's name was supposed to be a joke, was more or less the romanization of Bug. So, the joke was supposed to be Bug and Error, but they didn't work because they mistranslated Bug as Bagu. And nobody, it took forever for people to actually realize that because nobody knew Japanese. Or, the people who did know Japanese just didn't have that click for them. Anyway, we have finally completed Rolling Gizmo Galaxy. But yes, the joke I usually say, error is not a bug, but Bagu is an error. Yeah. Another game for remade is Castlevania 2, then it never happening. I mean, if they made Castlevania 2 into a proper Metroidvania, then that would actually be really cool. Because honestly, Castlevania 2 is kind of like very much like the prototype Metroidvania. I know that, hey, I guess it probably still does fit into that category, but when most people think Metroidvania, they don't think Castlevania 2. Anyway, I just want to do the final level. Alright, off we go. This isn't going to be the end of Luigi Galaxy. We're still going to be doing more stuff with the game. But I just want to do the final level now. I haven't played Castlevania 2. I've never even touched it. I've seen John play it, but that's it. The only Castlevania game I've beaten is Aria of Sorrow. Which is a good game. I really liked it. go, Luigi! I love that. Symphony Night or Super Metroid. Yeah. Exactly. Luigi. Luigi, you're going a bit slow there, bud. Also, I liked how Luigi, like, stumbled a bit. Bowser's Galaxy Generator, the fate of the universe. Yeah, Symphony Night is the one that everybody thinks when thinking Metroidvania, Castlevania games. I still need to beat Symphony of the Night. I have that on mobile. I don't even remember how far I got into it. I've yet to meet Richter. I know that much. Aside from, obviously, the very beginning of the game. It was Richter Belmont. I was reading chat, and that caused me to get hit twice. Playing through the series, about to start Rondo of Blood or Dracula X for the worst version. I mean, I don't have any way to play Rondo of Blood, like either version, because I'm too much of a Nintendo kid. Oh no! Be gone! You don't belong in this world, monster. It was not by my hand that I was once again given flesh. I was brought back here by humans. I know that they changed the dialogue to be like comprehensible and also accurate. But I did enjoy hearing the stupid lines. So you are the one called Shaft? I know that line isn't actually in the game. I don't care. Doo-doo. Jump up here. I own exactly one Castlevania won in a Photoshop contest 10 years ago? What? Which game and what was this contest? Do you still have your entry? Twister, if you have this entry, you need to send this to me in Mod Room. I need to see this. If you still have this entry on like a computer or something, I need to see it. Yeah, Jugger, I said it was unused. No! I have them somewhere. Whole game was ruined. Yeah. Oh no! In a modern game, they decided. Oh no! They decided to actually translate a game properly. How dare a company do that? It's like the people who complained about Chrono Trigger doing that with the DS version. because they hated that Frog was no longer making insane, like, speaking in extreme Shakespearean English. Also, the only time Bonsai Bill is in the game. Okay, well, in this one and that one, these are the only two Bonsai Bill blasters in the game. It's kind of funny how, like, how Bonsai Bills were, like, only used twice in this game, and they're used all the time in Galaxy 2. Maybe not all the time, but very frequently. Too bad King Bill doesn't show up. I don't think King Bill's shown up in any 3D game. Looking for Princess Peach? Too bad, because she's with me. Shut up, I'm not doing Ring Fit right now. Luigi! Fire! I can't read that Twister, so, Charity Marathon Halloween, one of the people is doing a mini contest. Whatever the thing, you pick a winner. I did 3 pictures in one. Cool. Finally! You got here just in time to see the creation of my galaxy in the center of the universe. Watch and weep. Oh no, really underusing? Snow spikes? Are those the Snokies? The Snokies from 3D World? From this galaxy, I'll rule a great galactic empire with Peach by my side. It will last forever. I'll rule every pitiful corner of the universe. So, Luigi, as you can see, I've got big plans, and stomping you is at the top of my list. Rawr! GBA Castlevania double pack. Apparently kind of rare. Ooh, did you get Aria from it? It was a GBA one, then Aria is probably one of them. I think Circle of the Moon and one other. Is it Order of Ecclesia or is that the DS one? But yeah, Bowser now has some more attacks. For first off, he can turn into the rock enemy, the rock things. Just like them, you need to hit them in the Bowser Center instead of the Crystal Center. Don't remember at all. That's fair. Yeah, if Aria of Sorrow is in it, I would definitely recommend it. It's a lot of fun. Come on. Oh, come on, you stupid thing. Oh, come on! Lives in the GA placeholder in my comment inbox. Okay. Nice, gotcha. What was that? There are a lot of people who would argue Dawn of Sorrow is even better. I could believe that, but the only, the only, really reviews I have for Dawn of Sorrow were from John, and he does not enjoy Dawn of Sorrow. Or not so much he doesn't enjoy it, but his experience is marred because of some of the because there are rare souls that are required to beat the game. And apparently, like, the luck stat in that game is bugged, so that it doesn't actually, like, so that it makes it even harder to get the said rare souls. It's also true of Bloodstained. Yeah, but with Bloodstained, that's the... Okay, so... With Bloodstained, it is the one soul that is required. And it's one of the most common soul... It's a soul with... It's a shard with, like, the most common drop rate, I'm pretty sure, aside from being flat 100%. Also, there's evidence that, that was a last-minute change that they had to do because they didn't have time to implement the actual boss that would give you that skill. And also, there's a quest where it's like, hey, kill 8 of these enemies. They tried their hardest to be like, hey, yeah, here's how you get the soul. But yeah, like, the evidence is, like, it is a reskin of one of the first enemies you fight in the game. And there is only one boss from Bloodstained Curse of the Moon that didn't make it into Ritual of the Night. So most people are just like, well, it's also in, like, the one area that doesn't have any sort of boss. I don't think it was ever confirmed by anybody, but a lot of people assume that that was, like, that was a thing. Was originally that's where you were gonna get that ability. Because of a new RPG, but it's turn-based. I don't see it. I don't think anybody would like that. Also, Bowser should be dead, right? He survived worse. Thing about he literally died in New Super Mario Bros. And then he got brought back to life. He turned into a skeleton and then shattered. And praise dry Bowser. Also, apparently, Bowser Jr. just threw Peach overboard. Oh wait, no! Wait a second! Bowser Jr. just fell off of the ship! I don't think I ever noticed that in the background. Apparently, like, the ship just threw Peach and Bowser Jr. off. I always thought that, like, Bowser Jr. Like, Peach either jumped off the ship or Bowser Jr. threw her off, but no, apparently the ship threw them both off. That's kind of funny. Hi, Bowser. Man, this still really impresses me for a Wii game. No! My galaxy! My empire! This can't be happening! Hi, Luma. Bye. I'll miss you. Praise Space Mama. Alright. Time to destroy all of reality. So all characters sacrifice themselves to real... Also, Luigi should be dead, right? No, we had... Did you see how many lives we had? We could survive that, no problem. Do you hear the baby stars? These newborns will grow up to become galaxies someday. Where? When stars die, they turn to stardust and scatter across the cosmos. Eventually, that stardust forms to create a new star, and so the cycle of life continues. But the cycle never repeats itself in quite the same way. So, you'll see. Yeah, no, we shouldn't be dead. I think we had almost 40 lives before that. This is a nice nap. Hey, a butterfly. I am your little butterfly. Green, black, and blue make the colors in the sky. I don't think a dolphin should be in a moat. It's really concerning, actually. Hey, Bowser Jr. is alive. And the toads are dancing with a bunch of pumpkins. Whoa! From speed over Beethoven to butterfly. And the castle gets back here unscathed. Also, why are their Bowser enemies fine with us? I mean, magic.
Welcome, new galaxies.
We created a new galaxy, clearly. Which has a lot of elements from Gusty Garden. I think that was actually literally Gusty Garden's, all of Gusty Garden's assets, just with a new background. Anyway, yeah, that was the final boss of Super Mario Galaxy. A lot of fun. Still a really great game. Definitely holds up. I mean, aside from maybe the motion controls, they're not bad, but yeah. Accessibility options is what I'll say on that. Introduce a lot. It was fun going through this again. Gusty Garden had the best music. Did it though? There's this thing called the Fiery Stronghold. One of the best remakes of Bowser's Road. You know, honestly, I'm a bit upset that Odyssey doesn't have a remix of Bowser's Road. Because I don't think it does. This is me, Metroid Prime Trilogy. Yeah, Skyward Sword does it really well. I mean, I've said this before. My stance is like, unless it has a lot of extra content, or my disc of Skyward Sword breaks for something, bricks for some reason, I wouldn't get a remake of Skyward Sword if it didn't have motion controls. I want it to have accessibility options. I do want that. But if it doesn't have motion controls, I wouldn't enjoy it as much. For me personally. What's the remix? What's that remix of Bowser's Road? Just search Fiery Stronghold Galaxy. You'll find it. Oh, definitely had. Guess Your Garden definitely had the most iconic song. They reuse it in everything. Hungry Luma. Maybe it was my Wii. I don't know. I mean, it has a bit of a learning curve, but I mean, once you got that, it's honestly not that. I never had problems once I figured out how the motion controls work. I almost never have a problem with them in Skyward Sword. You can check it out on an LP on my YouTube channel. Don't. Please don't. Always a bittersweet moment when this part of the credits shows up. Go check out the LP, you say. Okay. I mean, I'm no longer part of the Nintendo Creator Program, so I'm not gonna get any money from it. Purple comment has appeared. So I'll admit, I think the only thing I actually got worthwhile for the Nintendo Creator Program was I think it put me on a list where they sent me an email to let me play the Nintendo Switch like 3 months early at an event in Washington, D.C. I'm pretty sure that's the only reason I'm pretty sure the only reason my name was on that list was because I was part of the Creator Program, and that was the only actual thing I got from it that I was like, yeah, I'm happy I did this. Anyway, we are going to be taking a quick break. We're probably going to be doing a few more stars in this. But in the meantime, get a drink or a snack, use the restroom, stretch, release any tension in your body. Join me in some sit-ups. Let me find a song to use. I mean, I know what song I'm gonna use, I just need to find it. Alright, Cobalt. Have a good day. I'll be back in just a bit. Alrighty. Boop. Let's head back into this Luigi head. Hope everybody had a good break. Welcome back. I knew you would return eventually. Please look down at your feet. 38! This number you see represents the number of power stars you need to access another world. Whether you succeed or fail, just attempting the challenge will show something about your character. That there are quite a few more stars. You actually cannot possibly get all 120 stars before beating Bowser because, as it said, purple comets unlock. We now have missions in galaxies that can be purple comets. These range from these are almost all just like collect 100 purple coins. Some of these can be timed, some of these can be like, hey, there are 150 of these, get 100 of them in this time limit. Some of them are just, hey, go through this level, find all 100. Thankfully, the first one that they give us is an easy one. It is just collect all 100 purple coins. Well. No real strings attached. So let us spin here, because doing that spin gives us a few more coins as well. Go into here. And this will get us a few more. Someone enjoy the pictures in mod chat. I checked that during the break. I didn't, and you hadn't posted them yet. Yes, I will be sure to enjoy them. I love stupid photoshops. Especially if they were good enough to win 2 Castlevania games. And last 10 should be on here. Yes, thank you for sending them. I will be sure to check them out. Yeah, this one's pretty simple. Pretty simply stupid. Kiss. Kiss. Mwah. Purple coin omelet. Galaxy complete. Any others here? Not at the moment. Alright, any comments on here? Doesn't look like it. We're in Dreadnought Galaxy yet. Also, welcome back from your stream hopping. Hope you enjoyed it. Go to Bubble Blast Galaxy? Sure. Okay, then. Bubble Blast, I don't remember being that difficult. Never used Photoshop and used a trial? Oh, that's even better. Nice. That's really good. Yeah, the Electric Labyrinth. This level is all about the bubble mechanic. So to start off, we need to get these star chips. Okay, I cannot go that way. Good to know. Get into there. Up, Luigi, why didn't you want to fall down into the pipe? Okay, go over here. Oh, come on. Whoa, 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 whoa. That was close. You mad? Gotcha. Let's wait let's wait for the next rotation. Rather do that than do something too hasty. Okay, just need to do this one and then those two corners. I mean, technically they're all corners since it's a star, but yeah, you know what I mean. Wow, coins? Really? What? Worthless. That's actually worthless in this game, really? No, because coins aren't even helpful if you get damaged. If you get damage in this stage, you almost assuredly die, unless you're very stupidly lucky. So yeah, no, coins are pointless in this stage. Uh... Okay, so we got all of these star chips. Now we just need to get to... right here. Thankfully, that part acts as a checkpoint, I'm pretty sure. I could go for that one up, but I don't think I really need to. Getting sucked into the black hole? Don't worry about it. Why is the answer 2 plus 2 fish? Am I still an idiot? No. But did you know that 2 plus 2 can equal 5 for larger values of 2? This is one persistent bullet bill. Hoo 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 hoo. First try. Alright, last in the Green Star Trials, Trial Galaxy, whatever they're called, I don't remember. Wow, that's a lot of purple comets. Any in the terrace? There is one in the terrace, so let's go to there. It should be Honey Hive, yep. I don't remember this one in particular. Honey Hives, purple coins. I think this is just like explore throughout the entire place, which is fun. I don't think it has a time limit. These ones are fun, but also just, if you miss one coin somewhere along the way, sometimes, hell to find. Come on, Luigi, you can do it. Come on. There we go. Perfect. Nothing that. Let's grab that coin. Okay, yeah, there are a couple back here. I forgot that, there was that entire area. Let's grab you. There we go. Oh. It doesn't look like there's any up here. Twister redeemed water. There. One of these days that's gonna break my desk. Realize I have a lot of channel points. I mean, I don't have too many, like, stupid ideas for channel points, honestly. You could have a finger point to Mirabie's butt. That's honestly probably the only thing worthwhile you can do with channel points. At least on my stream. That's tempting. Do it. I'm pretty sure, like, oh, no, 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 How much is it to modify an emote on my thing? Isn't it only like 500? 200 maybe? 250? If water is 1,000, then it's probably not that much. Then it's probably 250. Yeah, I don't think, I don't have the sub points to, bring Poppy Bros, Waka, and Sectonia down into a regular sub, so can't modify any of those. Actually, can you modify? Can you modify or unlock bit emotes at all? I should check that. Let me see if I can do it. Modify an emote. No, I cannot. Huh. That's really stupid. It's a tier 1 ones. Well, for you, it's just a tier 1 ones. I can do tier 3s because I'm a tier 3 sub. I do not. I am not telling any. I do not recommend anybody get a tier 3 sub for me, unless you really wanna. Unless you really wanna show off L, throwing money. Nobody will even realize it's L, so like, don't do it. I could recommend doing it. I could recommend doing the tier 2 because Poppy Bros with a bomb made out of love is pretty good. That's also one of the first emotes I would send. I would like bring down to tier 1 if I ever get the slots. I would do that and replace Sectonia, and replace it with Sectonia being the being the new tier 2. Can you imagine if these were times? Oh, I mean, some of them are timed, just not this one. I mean, there's a reason why this one isn't timed. It's because they... it's because if it was timed, it would be stupid. Also, I was laughing a bit. I thought when you were talking about, can you imagine if these were times? I thought you were talking about emotes. I'm just like, God, timed emotes would be terrible. I know there's already the ones where it's like, hey, if you sub at this point, you can keep them forever. Like, the Ruby and Yu-Gi-Oh! Ones that I have. And, like, actual timed emote sounds terrible. I still need to figure out what I should do for my other bit emotes. For my other bit emote, I should say, because... Because you only get 3 of them unlocked by default! One time emote just be limited edition? I mean, yeah. Rented limited edition items. Yeah, no, that sounds terrible. I know that, like, sometimes... I know that, like, technically, people change their emotes all the time, so I guess they're all technically limited edition and timed emotes. Maybe. The original holiday emotes. Yeah, I know, those were so good. Oh, it's so sad that like which group of emotes was it that made Twitch be like, okay, we'll actually let you keep all of these. I want to say it was one of the Pride sets. It's either one of the Pride sets or the Twitch RPG one. Was the first Pride set? That's what I thought. But yeah, it's sad that we didn't. It's sad that they didn't do it for the Christmas ones. Those were some pretty cool emotes too. Remember the Christmas tree raid one was really funny. I'd say that one Proton John quote is about slippery shoes. Sure, I don't care. Out of most of John's mods, I'm probably the most fanboy. I don't care if you quote. I don't care that much if you quote them. I quote them plenty. I quote them quote them plenty. Oh, trans rights, motherfucker. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Yeah, go ahead, say trans rights, motherfucker. It's a good line. It's a good line, and it's true. Alright, get these three real quick. I've been in focus mode because I've died twice now getting these things. I don't want to die a third time. No pride emotes. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, there we go. Which global pride emotes? I mean, yeah, there's Kappa Pride. But that's not, I think they mean, like, with the, trans flag colors. Which I do not know if there's a global one for that. I know a couple of them, but I don't think they're global. Oh, that one is global? Oh, I thought it was, I thought that one was from one of the, things, too. My mistake, then. Okay, got those. Any on top of here? There are 3 here. Yeah. Yeah, Gertoxin, if you think it's too political, maybe let us avoid it. Where is... Okay, that's where it is. Okay, and that's how we get back here to get these 3. Also, the handful on the slope down here. Okay, thankfully we only missed the last one, which I'm pretty sure we can get from... Please, oh please. Sonic Boom. Super Mario Luigi game, go Paper Jam. I like Paper Jam, but Dream Team. Very sad that... Not best favorite. Yeah, Dream Team. Oh, come on. Please tell me I can get this one somehow. Oh, thank you. Troy Bazzard's Inside Story. Bazzard's Inside Story is fun. I will also defend its remake. And it's so sad that, No! No! No, I don't. I don't want to do this. Just no. Just no. We're seeing meals LPs of that. I would recommend getting any of the ones on 3DS, honestly. If money is an issue, then maybe if you have a Wii U, go for the GBA copy of Superstar Saga. But if I'm gonna be completely honest, the GBA version of Superstar Saga isn't the best. Feed me a bunch of star bits. Person snack happiness. Doing 1,000. Superstar Saga for the GBA aged the worst out of all of them. It's not terrible, but the remake was very good. I know that some people will be like, oh, I removed the Geno cameo. Oh, all the Toads look generic. The Geno cameo was so non-existent that it really didn't matter, and oh no, the Toads actually look good now. Sorry, I hate the Toad designs in Superstar Saga. So, like, I'm a bit meaner with that comment than I usually am. It's like, people are complaining about generic Toads, and I'm like, oh no, the Toads look actually good now. The cameo mattered to them. Fair enough. I still feel like it was such a it's such a non-cameo that it wasn't worth getting again. Especially since Square has, like, shown time and time again that they... Especially since Square seems so stingy about it. Like, they shouldn't be stingy with Geno. It shouldn't be this big of a thing that, like, Geno shows up in anything. But it is the case, and honestly, he's not worth it. Oh my goodness. That's what I get for dissing Geno. God was not happy about my Geno comment and was just like, nope. Alright, let's get onto this moon and climb on here. Ba-da-da-ba-ba-dum. Galaxy complete. Alright, let's do Loopy Swoop Galaxy, and then I think we might end off the stream, because I am getting a bit hungry. No bias when it comes to the Geno hype. I'm very much the same. We already had my very long Geno and Exor rant about how they could have been way more interesting than they actually were. And maybe I would actually care about them as characters at that point. But yeah, I can understand why people like Geno. He is a pretty cool design, and he is fun, and he has very cool attacks in the battle. It just, I don't think that's enough. That's not enough for me to, like, justify as much hype as he gets. I would need him to have, like, an actual character for me to, like, care that much about it. Ooh, whoa, 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 whoa. Ooh, that was close. Come on. Whoa, 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 whoa. Now for the loop. Which honestly is pretty cool. Whoa, 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 whoa. Now for the big jump. Oh my goodness. Whew. Made it through the time limit. Oh, I didn't get to sail off the edge. Oh well. Not an easy time to get. Everyone wants to see you drop by and say hello. Okay, I did get the Sling Star. I can't remember. I think there is a time where you can't get the Sling Star. And maybe that is actually the record. But you can get quite a few star bits if your sensor bar doesn't screw you over like it did for me. Now that's some crazy skills. And you get to fly all over. And get a fair number of star bits. It's really cool. DSAs, Mario and Kirby Kid never experienced all the good stuff thanks to emulators. These kids these days room is a good age of gamings. Max star bits at the end of your playthrough. For Loop-de-Swoop Galaxy, you can get max star bits, or do you just mean in Galaxy in general? Anyway, like I said, I think I'm gonna end off the stream. This was a lot of fun. Glad we beat the game. But I need food. Thanks everybody for coming. I will try to stream tomorrow. Hopefully it will happen. Did that ever get updated? Oh, I never updated the title. Man. I forgot to update the title to be Luigi's Engine Room. Oh well. 500. Okay. So, let me find a raid target. Who is live at the moment? Woo. That'll be fun. I don't know if they will... I don't know what their thing is for raids. And, this could just end up getting buried. I don't care that much. Do I really want to do this? It could be funny. I only have one other person who's streaming, and last time they got upset because I streamed right as their thing started. I'll do it. If you care about spoilers for The Somnium Files, do not join this raid, because we're going to be raiding Simply Allegra. The voice of Boss, who is currently playing through it. Last I saw, they finished... I don't want to say too much in case of spoilers. But, they've done 2 Somniums on one path. I think I will say on the leftmost path. Last thing. Anyway, copy the raid message, put in any raid emotes if you want. And we'll be starting up the raid in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.